Officials will be able to raid people's salaries for unpaid tax under new rules buried in the budget. Revenue and Customs will be given unprecedented powers to take extra tax from someone's pay packet the moment it believes they aren't paying enough. Critics warned that the scheme could plunge thousands of people into tax chaos if errors are made, leaving them unable to budget from one month to the next as their salaries fluctuate wildly. Currently about 6 million people a year are affected by errors in their tax codes, resulting in some paying too much tax and some paying too little. Revenue and Customs will be able to take extra tax from pay packets as soon as 100 Parliament Street believes someone is underpaying. Under current rules, if the taxman finds out people have underpaid, it must wait until the following year to recoup the money. It typically does this by changing the person's tax code. But in its budget documents, the Treasury said HMRC will use new technology to collect the tax much more quickly. Under rules which come into effect in April 2019, HMRC will be given enhanced powers to adjust people's tax code immediately, instead of waiting until the end of the year. That means they could see a larger amount of tax deducted from the following month's pay packet. Those most likely to be affected will be people who have new jobs, have fluctuating income or have expenses or benefits such as a company car. Related articles previous. 1 Next. Buyers of new diesel cars will be slapped with a tax bill of millions in line for a tax cut of up to £236 a year, but Hammond launches £800 million tax crackdown on multinational corporation tax receipts are up 50% in 7 years after. Share this article. Share. 351 shares script dm.later, bundle, function, if, dm.rotator, new dm.rotator, p18, page size, 1, page count, 1.0, active class, active, rotate, false, $, number p18.share, .on, click, function, dms.facebook.post related. HMRC can spot underpayments of tax more easily than in the past because its latest computer software shows in real time how much workers earn on the pay-as-you-earn (PAYE) tax system. Experts said the plans, which are expected to bring £125 million extra tax over 4 years, were dangerous given HMRC's track record of making errors. Gary Gardner, tax partner at Blick Rothenberg, said, "We know that with HMRC, mistakes are made and the incorrect code is often allocated. These policies can often be a one-way street. I hope that if officials are able to quickly take from employees they will return the favor. If their calculations cause someone to overpay, they should just as quickly put that right." In its budget documents, the Treasury said HMRC will use new technology to collect the tax much more quickly. Mark Perry, senior tax manager at Moore Stephens, added, "This is a very powerful new weapon for HMRC to immediately grab unpaid tax from individuals, but if errors are made, they will be very costly for taxpayers. There's a real risk that unlucky taxpayers won't find out about HMRC's mistakes until their pay is short, or they won't notice at all. They will likely face an uphill struggle to get that money back." HMRC said, "This measure is about exploiting the potential of new technology to make debt recovery more efficient for the taxpayer and for HMRC." Inheritance tax take to rocket. George Osborne slashed the number of people paying the 40% tax. Inheritance tax revenues are expected to soar by a third by 2023. The levy brought in £4.8 billion during the tax year to April, according to the Treasury's Red Book, its annual financial forecast. It is set to rise 35% or to £6.5 billion by April 2023, thanks largely to house price rises. This comes despite reforms by former Chancellor George Osborne to slash the number of people who pay the 40% tax on an estate by raising the threshold from £325,000 for a single person, or £650,000 for a couple, in April this year to £500,000, £1 million, by April 2020. John O'Connell, of the Taxpayers Alliance, said the tax should be scrapped, adding, it's deeply immoral for the taxman to take such a big chunk from grieving families, especially after the deceased has paid taxes all their lives. Revenues from stamp duty on the sale of properties are also set to soar from £11.9 billion in April this year to £15.8 billion in April 2023, an increase of 33%. Spending and growth improve. A spending rebound has helped the UK economy pick up momentum in this year's third quarter. A rebound in household spending and improved business investment helped the UK economy pick up pace in the third quarter of this year. Growth rose to 0.4% in the 3 months to September 30, up from 0.3% in each of the previous 2 quarters. Spending by consumers rose 0.6% in the latest period, up from 0.2% in a sign shoppers are riding out the pay squeeze triggered by higher inflation. Business investment ticked up 0.2% in the third quarter, climbing to £45.8 billion. The Office for National Statistics figures came as a separate study showed a rebound in retail sales. Around 39% of shopping firms said sales have been higher this November than in the same month last year, while just 13% said they were down. Retailers expect further improvement next month, according to the CBI. However, selling prices increased at their fastest rate in more than 26 years, suggesting pressure from inflation remains strong.